This is an endeavor. Welcome to the stream. Today we are doing things around the mountain and possibly inside a mountain. And if the person I usually talk to during these streams knows why I cannot connect, I would prefer it if they could tell me in the YouTube chat somehow if they can connect to that. Because I am confused and scared and weirded out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna play. Because I have messed around long enough now. Where is Varesa? Right over there. At her house, maybe. No, I'm going the wrong way. It's not Varesa at all. Well, yes, it is. She's sitting right there.
Oh, hey, you're here.
I am.
It's been a while. When Varesa told me you signed up for the Epic Feast Showdown, I could barely believe it.
It's Varesa. I keep saying Varesa, but that just flows easier. And she doesn't have two S in her name.
Sounds like Varesa might finally be in for a challenge this year.
Honestly, I'm not even that good.
Oh, you're giving us a handicap? Maybe we will win after all.
What's wrong? Sounds like you're still half asleep.
Did you eat too many weird mushrooms?
Just, hungry. It's competition day, so gotta show up with an empty stomach.
Oh, never mind. You're not giving us a handicap. You are being serious about this.
Not much longer, Varesa. Atoli's firing up the ovens as we speak.
Got it. I can wait.
Oh, about the competition. Usually you have to pay for the food if you don't finish.
I think she was about to make a weird sound after that.
Got it. I can wait.
Weird sound indeed.
But when I heard you two were coming, I talked to Atoli and we agreed to waive your expenses.
Really? So we get to eat for free? Awesome! Now we can just take it easy and box up whatever we don't finish!
Thanks. We appreciate the generosity.
Please, it's our pleasure. You've done so much for Natlan. Just think of it as a small token of gratitude. When the Abyss invaded, we weren't hit with large waves of monsters, but the volcano became unusually active.
I noticed. It is very angry.
As the Guardians of Tolan, we couldn't stand by and do nothing, so we immediately dispatched a team to the summit. Varesa was a key member of that team. Varesa?
Huh? Oh, right. Yes, I was there. I brought so many Saurus crackers with me that day. Sorry, not the point. There were abyss tumors all around the summit, agitating the magma and spawning all kinds of monsters. But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
Looking back on it, the goal was probably to hold us up so we couldn't send reinforcements to the areas around the stadium.
He was making a weird sound again. I'm never ready for the weird sounds.
But once the Pyro Archon did her thing, we were able to smash them to smithereens.
That's a long one.
Good point. Your tribe must be full of great warriors with all the training you do. The Abyss really is a cunning enemy. Oh, and you mentioned something about the Guardians of Tolan? What does that mean?
That is a duty our people have held for generations. The volcano is very important to us. It brings disaster, but also opportunity.
And rocks made of fire.
Our people rose to the challenge of living in this environment. And in return, we get fertile soil and a thriving ecosystem.
That's right. The Natlanese are never ones to shy away from a challenge. Although, whenever we spot unusual volcanic activity, we always report it to the stadium.
Oh, so there's a lot more to this place than good food, huh? Hold on. Where did Veressa go? Wasn't she just here?
Oh, you know, I just saw her leave. I thought someone must have called for her.
My guess is that she followed the scent of the food straight to the kitchen.
Let's go check on her. Paimon understands the torture of an empty stomach better than anyone.
I'll lead the way.
Field Fungal Traces, Mushroom Realm Mystery, Act 3. And a shroomy good time was had. What? Operate the machine. This machine? Puffed grain fruit bars. That's different from the last machine, right? Yeah, that's new. A tasty technicolor treat that is delightfully crisp and sweet when displayed prominently on snack stands. It possesses an almost magical ability to make children's pocket money disappear. Restores 22% of max HP and additionally 1200 HP to the selected character. The distance for this operation is very big.
Oh, that smell. So delicious.
Maybe the distance is the amount of AoE for pocket money stealing.
Juicy mushrooms, melted cheese, mouth-watering steak.
Wow, they actually added the water droplet.
Ah, look who it is. I thought I felt an intense energy around here. I know better than to get between you and your next meal. The food just needs a few more minutes. Here, this should tide you over in the meantime.
Wait, is this priest meat stew? Thank you, Uncle Atoli!
Here's a meal. Until your next meal.
Veressa! You really did head straight for the kitchen. What's up? You seemed lost in your own world just now.
I keep missing your sounds.
Oh, it's you! Sorry, I completely spaced out just now. The next thing I knew, I was all the way over here with a bowl of stew in my hands.
How did that happen?
Don't worry about it. I think we can all guess what happened.
Prep took longer than usual, so I had to push back the competition. Sorry for making you wait, Veressa, especially on an empty stomach.
No worries, Uncle Atoli. Your delicious soup fixed me right up.
Oh, that sounds more like the Veressa we know.
I become completely useless when I'm hungry. I really wanted to focus on the conversation back there, but no luck.
That's perfectly normal. It takes a lot of energy to train the way you do, so you need more food to make up for it. You two know what I mean, right? Try to do too much on an empty stomach, and you end up feeling weak and lightheaded.
Oh boy, Paimon's been there before.
So, when is the competition supposed to start? Not sure I can wait much longer.
1 sec. I'll go check.
We're all set. Time to gather the contestants, Zacatl. The showdown is about to begin.
Got it! Let's head to the venue. The food will be brought out shortly.
More meals.
Finally! Oh, I'm so ready to dig in.
Nobody wants to talk before the competition, I see. Guess we're just starting right away.
It smells so good! Veressa had the right idea. It's definitely worth the wait.
Yep, it looks great. These portions though.
Yeah, we could maybe finish one portion between the two of us. And even that's a stretch. But one portion each? There's no chance.
Portion is bigger than you, Paimon.
Time to dig in. Thanks for the food, Uncle Atoli.
Whoa! Hold on! Veressa's plate looks completely different than ours!
Wow. That's gonna take a second to eat.
I forgot to mention, the competition actually has 2 levels. The regular challenge and the Veressa challenge. The Veressa challenge is only for people who have completed the regular challenge in the past. It's named after Veressa because, well, so far, she's the only one who's been able to finish it.
I think I just saw a very cute Veressa art in the corner.
You're kidding. You had to invent a whole new challenge just for her?
Person on the other table is already dead.
Believe me, if Veressa competed in the same class as everyone else, the winner would be decided before the competition even started. What's the fun in that? Only one other person has come close to beating the Veressa challenge, and that would be the Pyro Archon herself.
Wait, you are saying Mabuika has done this before?
Of course, she breezed through the normal level, but the Veressa challenge was still too much, even for her.
She doesn't look like that big an eater.
Back then, it was all part of an investigation. You see, the Pyro Archon covers all expenses at the Weary Inn the night before the pilgrimage. And each time, Veressa's tab would show several dozen people's worth of food for a single person. The speaker's chamber thought something had to be wrong. Maybe there was a mistake in the accounts, or someone was trying to defraud the Archon. But once the Archon finally saw Veressa's appetite in action, that was that.
Whoa. Okay, so you're saying Malika had these portions and she just breezed through?
Let's just go for it. It will only get harder as the food gets cold.
You're right. Let's go. Paimon's gonna defend her honor with everything she's got.
Well, we got CG before impending doom.
Whoa. Tender, juicy, grilled to perfection. It's delicious.
Veressa, master of sound effects.
Oh, you gotta try this one too, Traveler. It's amazing. Oh, and this. And this one is.
Oh, competition for the sound effects studio.
All right, that's it. Paimon taps out. Oh, Paimon's ready to throw in the towel.
And throw some other things. What happened to defending your honor?
Okay, Paimon's tried as hard as she could, but this enemy is too strong. You know what? There really should be a Paimon challenge. Paimon's smaller than the rest of you. It's no fair for her portion to be the same.
There was indeed a cute chibi Varesa in the background.
Let's hear it for Varesa, who has once again completed the challenge. And with a 10% increase in portion size, it's a new personal best.
Ha! Well done, Varesa.
Amazing job!
Oh, it's nothing. Uncle Atoli's food is just too good. I couldn't stop myself.
You actually finished it? Jeez, are you okay?
Huh? Why wouldn't I be?
Could eat the second one.
You don't feel bloated? Or like you're gonna throw up? Oh, Paimon's so full it feels like she's gonna sink.
Goodbye, Mon.
Oh, nope. I feel good, actually. Satisfied, you know?
Spoken like a true champion.
Thanks. This is my specialty, after all. Not that it's good for anything outside these competitions. If I'm honest, I'd rather be like you or Kochi-an-san. A hero brave enough to stand against the abyss.
Don't worry, Varesa. For someone as talented as you, it's only a matter of time before you shine in the arena.
Ian-san, did you beat the challenge too?
Of course. The regular challenge is easy for me. I've attempted the Varesa challenge a few times too, but never even came close.
That's still pretty amazing.
Okay, there has to be more to this than just appetite. Is there some kind of trick?
Yes, Marissa starved herself for a whole day.
By the end, it was like the meat turned into one big greasy blob and it was so hard to keep going.
Oh, that's when you balance it out with some mushrooms. The ones from my orchard. Well, that's what I did anyway. As soon as the food came out, I set a few mushrooms to the side so they wouldn't soak up too much oil. Or get too mushy. That way, you have something fresh and fruity to balance it out.
Oh, so that's the secret. Use the mushrooms to cut through the heaviness.
That's right. You tried them yourselves, remember? If it tastes like a fruit, might as well use it like one. I think more people from outside the tribe would beat the challenge if they knew about that mushroom.
Ian-san, some of the contestants are looking for you. Something about being ready to train?
They want to exercise. After all that food? Sorry, everyone. I should intervene.
Yeah, go tell them to take it easy.
Well, how did everyone do, Uncle Atoli?
Almost half finished the regular challenge. I believe that's a record. Either the contestants are getting more experienced, or my cooking was extra good this time.
Everything was delicious, especially when it first came out all hot and steaming.
Thank you. When cooked at high heat, that mushroom has a special fragrance that really brings out the flavor of the other ingredients. Oh, and since you're new here, I should mention something else about that mushroom.
It's all about the mushroom.
It's an excellent addition to any dish, but there are actually two varieties. Red, which is the most common, and green.
Which is poisonous.
There's not much to note about the red ones. Sell them, eat them, do whatever you want. But if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Huh? Why's that?
That's just what a scholar from Sumeru said when the orchard first opened. No one knows the reason. We just do as we're told.
That's good. Nothing bad can happen when you are just doing what you are told.
Whenever a green mushroom pops up in the orchard, I pick it and eat it. The flavor is identical to the red ones.
So really, there's nothing special about it.
Okay, because that's not weirdly specific at all.
Yeah, don't you want to know the reason behind it?
Well, of course. Who wouldn't be intrigued by something like that? But curiosity isn't always a good thing, right?
Yeah, but just blindly trusting something also isn't.
Oh, by the way, Veressa, I'm almost out of red mushrooms. Could you run to the orchard and grab some more for me?
Of course, Uncle Atoli. I'm on it. Want to come with you too?
I don't think we're as fast as...
What do you think, Traveler? Paimon wouldn't mind working off some of that food.
I'm intrigued about this mushroom. I should see what Veressa thinks.
Paimon will take that as a yes. Alright, let's go. Thanks for the food, Atoli.
Haha, my pleasure. But try to finish it all next time.
No wasting food.
Hurry up, Brassa!
We have hurried.
So nice and warm. Nothing like the warm sun on a full stomach to make me feel... like taking a nap. After that meal, I'm ready to tackle anything. Oh, something on your mind? Is it what Uncle Atoli said about the green mushrooms? Don't worry. He can be a bit dramatic sometimes.
Do you have any more information?
The green mushrooms don't appear that often. Besides, I check the orchard every day, and if I see one, I eat it. If anything, I wish there were more around here. Means more free mushrooms for me.
Wait, is that one right there? Huh. Talk about a coincidence.
So it really is green. Although there's 3 of them.
See? There's nothing special about it except the color.
Doesn't look like the rare if there's 3 of them.
Give me 1 sec. I'll start a fire and grill it right up.
Paimon's gonna pass on this one. She's way too stuffed from earlier.
I wonder why that scholar said what he said.
You mean why we have to pick and eat the green mushrooms right away?
Do they turn into monsters if left alone?
To be honest, I'm curious too. The scholar looked really serious when he said it, but he never explained the reason behind it. Uncle Atoli has a point, though. Curiosity can be a bad thing. If we stop doing what the scholar said, something terrible could happen.
You could look into it at least. That's what an adventurer would do.
Yeah, but my tribe is more important. I love everything about this place. Maintaining the status quo is good enough for me. I know the truth is important too, but I don't have the right to make a decision that could put the people around me in danger. In other words, deep down, I guess I'm just scared. Scared that change could mean losing control.
You're strong enough to uncover the truth. You're strong enough to command the truth.
Command the truth?
If fear's the only thing stopping you, let us help you shoulder that burden.
Yeah, we don't have to stop following the scholar's orders. We can start by gathering information.
You're right, curiosity can be a bad thing. But what you don't know can still hurt you.
You have a point. You know, you remind me of another hero from our tribe. Her name was Fiatena. Just like you, she was full of courage and never stopped challenging and exploring the unknown. She's my idol. Actually, could you give me a moment? All I need is 3 seconds. Lady Fiatena, lend me your courage. 3, 2, 1. You're right. I I can't keep running from the truth. I want to command it, just like you said. So, where should we start with the investigation? You probably have a bunch of experience.
I think I should taste it first.
Oh, the green mushroom, you mean? The taste is the same as the red ones. There's nothing special there.
Well, the Traveler is a lot more perceptive than most people. She should at least give it a try.
Maybe I won't taste the taste, but something else.
Oh, I see. Well then, I'll grill some up right away.
So, notice anything, Traveler?
Nope, no difference in taste.
Just like Varessa said. Guess it was the same for all of us.
Finally, a worthy devotee after all this time. Fascinating.
Oh no, the mushrooms are talking.
Who said that?
No need for alarm. There is only one among you who piqued my interest, and that is the one with golden hair. Seeing as you all appear to be acquainted, I allowed the rest of you to hear my voice as well. Now, I shall grant you all the honor of becoming my first subjects in this era.
Cut to the chase. You talk a big talk, but I've heard that before.
Now, you were the ones who wanted to learn more about my origins. I merely granted your wish.
It is the mushroom talking.
Origins? Wait, you're the green mushroom?
So you do know how to use your brain, young one. But you'll excuse me if I have no interest in you, craven and dull-witted as you usually seem.
Hey, watch it, buddy!
Let me remind you, it was your own curiosity that started all of this. I see no reason for me to stand down. I only granted you this audience because I saw potential in you. I am the Sage Lord of Fungi. Serving me is a great honor, as well as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
What a terrible day to have no chat.
Sage Lord? Good one. Did you come up with that yourself?
You mock my name? All you do is make a mockery of your own taste. Of course, the Sage Lord of Fungi is too dignified for petty arguments with lesser organisms.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
Nope.
That's enough out of you. What's wrong with you humans? You should be full of reverence at this point. In that case, I don't know what went wrong, but you lack the trust and worship to be my subjects, so we shall have to table that for the time being. However, I am willing to share my sagely knowledge with you. I have all the answers you seek. As with all seekers of said knowledge, all you have to do is prove your sincerity, and we shall see if you're worthy.
Look! More green mushrooms right in front of us!
You are not rare.
These clones are my most loyal subjects, as well as the keepers of my secrets. If you want answers, then gather your wits and search for clues. I shall await your summons. It might be advisable to brush up on your devotion in the meantime.
Well, she sounds like a fun guy.
The voice is gone. Finally, Paimon had enough of that racket. Talking in our heads without permission, spewing a bunch of nonsense. Even a How is better than him.
I still think a how is worse. Like, the voice is more grating.
So, do you think what he said was true? About being the Sage Lord of Fungi and all that?
Did it sound male to you? It sounded female to me.
Maybe, but most of it sounded like hot air to Paimon.
We may not know who he is, but we know he exists.
True. That conversation in our heads definitely was real.
And it proves these mushrooms aren't regular mushrooms at all. Something fishy is going on.
Which means we made the right call to investigate.
I guess this is the beginning of our hero's journey then. So let's make like heroes and get to the bottom of this. So we can command the truth and this mushroom. Okay. That sounded a lot cooler in my head.
As soon as you say fungi or mushroom, nothing sounds cool anymore.
Well, we have one thing going for us. We've faced mushrooms before, and they're pretty pathetic as far as enemies go.
Such insolence!
Still listening, I see.
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone's mad.
You're spying on us?
No response. Guess he's not gonna admit it.
Well, he said his subjects hold the clues to his secrets. Who knows if he was telling the truth? But we can't just ignore the green mushrooms, so let's start investigating. Okay, so this one is red. Ah! Fungus! It turned into a fungus! In that land of all places!
So this is one of his subjects? Well, it's kinda cute.
Yeah, kinda like Pokemon. If you know how to use them.
Bull warrior compliment! Much appreciate!
Okay.
No! Bull warrior natural enemy! Eat! Must resist!
Careful, Veressa! This is a kind of monster from Sumeru. Even though it looks cute, it can still attack you!
A monster? Aw, that's too bad. I was hoping we could be friends.
Gather your wits and search for clues. Well, surely violence is a form of wit.
Mercy! Mercy! Food is sacred! Everything else, waste! That's all I know. Promise!
It turned back into a normal mushroom. What's going on?
I think you are tripping. I guess it told us everything it knows.
You mean that food is sacred?
Well, that's a whole bunch of nothing. Let's go look somewhere else.
Like right over here.
Green mushroom! And it turned into a fungus! Nice try, but you're not scaring Paimon with that one twice! Okay, let's go on the initiative. Hey, you! What's the whole food is sacred thing about?
It looks angry, Paimon.
As our Sage Lord stated, you must demonstrate your wits to receive the answers you seek. That means I should be the one asking the questions, not you.
Asmo, your voice quality is very low.
Okay, so it turns out this one can talk. Fine. What do we have to do? Solve a riddle or something?
Riddle? Oh, I'm not good at that. Could you, give us an easy one?
That sounds like a problem for your friends. Besides, did I say this was up for negotiation?
I'm pretty much a riddle master, so go ahead.
Enough chatter. Time for my question. Why are all the mushrooms in this orchard willing to become the subjects of the Sage Lord?
Aw, man! How are we supposed to know?
Because you're his clones, right? I remember him saying something like that.
I mean, mushrooms that stand close to each other are usually connected below the ground. So they're actually just one organism.
Alas, no wits in sight. The answer could never be that simple.
Because he's a fun guy. Please, that was my joke.
What? How did you get that so fast?
Oh, it's that kind of riddle.
Sumeru mushrooms! Of course! Paimon can't believe she didn't think of this possibility.
Wait, does that mean everyone in Sumeru is into puns? Huh. Is it because the people are so clever?
Everyone is into puns? I know one person who is into puns, but maybe that one person is everyone in Sumer.
No, we just, have a lot of experience with these kinds of jokes.
Well, since you have proven your wits, I will now answer your question. The act of eating is not only a physical necessity, but also a sacred ritual. Mushrooms like us are the Sage Lord's intermediaries. Incinerating our flesh forges a spiritual connection between you and the Sage Lord himself.
Oh, so that's why he could speak to us in our heads.
So you're saying if we want to talk to him again, all we have to do is eat more mushrooms?
Yeah, that sounds safe.
No, wait, don't turn back into a regular mushroom! Oh, too late. And all we have is another cryptic message.
Well, let's eat him then.
Well, if eating is a sacred ritual, maybe we need to perform some kind of ceremony with special tools or something.
Oh, good thinking for us, huh? Let's try and ask the other mushrooms. Oh, but we should probably pick this one first since it's a green mushroom.
Green berry shroom. An ordinary looking mushroom with an extraordinary flavor. Only grows near the orchard of Advarasa's house. They are fast growers, so if you see one, eat it quickly.
Hey, there are two fungi over there! Looks like they're discussing something.
Have you figured out how you're going to test the humans?
Of course! Any random question should do the trick. They don't look very smart to me.
Are you just wasting our time?
Wow, cool! You greencaps are so wise. Just like our Siege Lord. Huh, I'm so jealous.
Voice acting.
It's all progressing as expected. I know exactly what they're going to ask. Oh, please, please tell us how to conduct the ceremony. And I shall respond. Nothing in life comes for free. You have two choices. Answer a question about the stars and moon above, or the dark abyss below.
Ew! And they'll say, no, I'm stumped. I can't think anymore, or my cap will explode into spores!
They're humans, idiot. They don't have caps or spores.
All right. Duh.
And then I'll say, ha, you can't even answer the most basic of basic questions? Come back after you've studied for a few more decades.
Ha! Yeah! A few more decades. Huh.
Of course, they're so dense, it might actually take them that long to realize that. If eating is a ritual, then obviously, the ceremony is the cooking.
I mean, obviously it's the cooking!
Did they just give us the answer?
Truly not intentional.
Who goes there?
And you think we're the dense ones? Look in the mirror, buddy.
A floating pale organism out of nowhere! My cap almost burst into spores!
No, wait, don't disappear! At least explain yourselves first!
Back to regular mushrooms, huh? Well, we already got what we needed. I don't think these are regular.
So, we passed the test? Where's the sense of accomplishment?
Sense of accomplishment comes from cooking.
So much for cooking to establish a stronger mental connection with him.
That sounds right. Uncle Atoli did say, when you cook this mushroom, the higher the heat, the better the fragrance.
Let's burn them.
Right! That was the case when you grilled them in the orchard, too. Heat really does release their flavor.
If we cook them just right, maybe we'll be able to see the Sage Lord's true form.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Sounds like a plan, Varessa.
Definitely. But we should probably explain the situation to Uncle Akadal and the rest of the tribe first.
Good call. It's best for everyone to be prepared.
Don't want a giant mushroom to suddenly appear. Without anyone being prepared for it.
I bet the crops back in the orchard are loving this weather. Hurry up, Brassa! So nice and warm. Nothing like the warm sun on a full stomach to make me feel...
Something.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it felt pretty normal in the moment, but hearing it back does sound kind of, ridiculous.
This silence speaks volumes.
So, the mushrooms in the orchard are sentient. What a remarkable discovery!
But still tasty.
Yeah, without your investigation, who knows what could have happened?
Thanks for looking into it, and for collecting all this information.
What a relief. I was worried it sounded like I lost my marbles.
It did.
It does sound far-fetched. After all, none of us have ever spoken to a mushroom. But we know you're not one to lie, Varessa. Besides, the origin of the green mushrooms has always been a mystery to us. Thanks to you, we now know something sinister could be going on. So, we should do our part to help.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anything I can do.
Wow, that didn't take much convincing.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh, wait. You said the mushrooms needed to be cooked at high heat, right? I can do that for you right now. I'll be quick. All right, I'm back. I used cast iron, so it should be hot enough.
Whoa, it smells delicious! Suddenly Paimon's hungry again.
Well, here goes nothing.
Om nom nom. In progress.
Wait, that's his voice!
Looks like you stumbled upon the right path. But this temperature does not demonstrate even a fraction of the sincerity I require. Did you really think some common stove could generate enough heat to earn the acknowledgement of the Sage Lord?
Okay, that's it. Throw the mushrooms in the volcano.
Humans are such a disappointment. You can solve my riddles when the answers are handed to you on a silver platter. But as soon as there are no more hints, not a shred of intelligence in sight. Do try and use your brain this time.
How did it go? Did you hear the voice?
Annoying menace of a mushroom! The Sage Lord of Fungi said the heat's still not high enough. Sage Lord of nitpicking, more like!
Still, the only way to figure out his goal is to keep playing along.
Not high enough, huh? I guess that means we need a more powerful source of heat. Attention, everyone! We need items that can generate intense heat. Anything you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Leave it to me.
We should take a look too.
Definitely! What about super familiar with this area, though. Do you have any ideas?
Volcano.
Nothing concrete, but we could check around the volcano.
Yes.
It spews out all kinds of stuff. Maybe there's something we can use.
Like phlogiston.
Awesome! Let's go! Paimon's gonna find something scorching hot and then throw it in that stupid mushroom's face!
Where are we going?
Hey, there should be some avatars of lava somewhere along this path. Their cores are really hot. It might be just what we need.
You know, when you think about how everyone jumped to help us like that, it seems like your tribe has been suspicious of the green mushrooms for a while.
Yeah, but without you, we would have never gotten this far. I mean, tons of people have tried that mushroom without a weird voice talking in their head.
Right. So, even if you wanted to investigate, you had nowhere to start!
Yeah, this opportunity was a long time coming. Plus, the Sage Lord's arrogant attitude definitely triggered my tribe's competitive spirit.
Yeah, competition seemed to be a thing here.
Veressa doesn't seem competitive most of the time, though. Outside of training and fighting monsters, at least.
Yeah, well, I don't really like fighting or competing, to be honest. Simple day-to-day happiness is what matters to me. Still, I've learned a lot from Kojian-san. She taught me that strength is a means rather than an end. We get stronger so we can use our strength when it counts. Like during the Abyss invasion. Having the training to master my vision meant that I could do something to stop it. So, no matter how scared I feel, I know I have to be brave. Because people are counting on me.
I can tell. There's a certain strength deep within you.
Thanks. It's a work in progress. I can only hope that one day I can be as brave as Lady Fiatena. Alright, we should keep looking.
I mean, that wall over there, clearly breakable.
Looks like we can make this jump.
Uh-oh! A falling rock!
That avatar of lava pushed it down. Come on, let's charge!
Charge?
Yeah! Look out below! Charge! Headbutt! Here I
So Veressa is level 90. Oh, because we got a trial one. Okay. She still died. Mine is level 80 now.
A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Coming at ya!
So I hope you give me mine back.
Done and dusted. This core should be perfect. Look, the phlogiston inside it is still active.
Pretty.
Oh, let's see! Woo! Hot!
A few more chunks like this and we should be good. Come on, let's keep heading up.
Well, you revived her at least.
Hurry up, Veressa! Careful! 3 avatars of lava ahead!
First, rebuild!
Why me? Charge! Yeah! Da! Da! Ah! Here goes! Hero incoming!
Hey, she didn't die this time.
Oh, not good! The volcano is acting up again!
Oh,
What is that? It looks like a giant weasel thief. Is there a great Tolan weasel thief or something?
We call it a furnace shell mountain weasel. It's very aggressive, so be careful.
Watch out! Cha! Hiya! Nah! Cha! Hey there!
Oh, do you want to bury? You're gonna miss out on your chance to use your gimmick if you don't bury real quick. Too bad.
What a great haul! A bunch of seeing eyes, and this thing the weasel used to spew out fire!
I think that's its back armor. It shoots out phlogiston, so it can pretty much attack from all directions. My dad told me about them once. Creatures that live in the volcano. I can't believe we actually ran into one! This piece of armor might produce even higher temperatures than the seeing eyes. We'll get those mushrooms super hot this time.
Nice fighting back there, by the way. Nice fighting back there, by the way.
Oh, well, even though I don't like fighting, sometimes you don't have a choice. So, I've tried to figure out a bunch of different ways to get myself in the zone. For example, I've read a lot of stories about heroes, and my favorite hero has always been Fiatenna, the one I mentioned before. Fiatenna's most iconic feature was her mask, so I decided to make one just like hers. So now, whenever I wear the mask, it's like there's a little piece of her with me. If I want to honor her legacy, I have no choice but to be brave. At the same time, though, I guess it's kind of like a crutch. Kind of like I'm hiding behind her strength.
Oh, you really think so?
But it helps you, right? It's nothing to feel ashamed about.
Really? It's just... I feel like I need to take it off one day and face things alone. But the longer I put off taking that step, the more impossible it feels. I don't know if I have it in me.
But you were the one who decided to investigate this case, not your mask.
Yeah, you had the courage to make that decision. And that's what adventuring is all about. Fighting is just a small part of it.
Oh.
Besides, Paimon thinks you're doing a great job. Just take your time. It's not a race.
Thanks for believing in me, you two. I've learned so much. And I won't give up. Not until I can face things on my own. After that pep talk, I feel like my appetite is back in full force.
You're hungry already? Paimon hasn't even finished digesting her last meal.
Come on, let's head back to the tribe. We'll earn that mushroom's recognition this time for sure.
We're back! And we found a bunch of stuff to use!
Great. We're almost done with the preparations at our side, too.
I've managed to get these iron chunks red hot. We should be good to go.
Yeah, and since we need really high temperatures, I brought the best stove I could find.
And I got a bunch of buckets of lava on standby if we need more fuel.
He always wanted to use those buckets of lava, and today is finally the day. It's like we're gearing up for a fight, not cooking up for a few mushrooms.
Yeah, but the things we brought aren't your typical cooking utensils either.
Well, that mushroom started it, right, everyone? Disrespecting Varessa and her guest of honor.
Yeah, we'll see what sort of excuses it can come up with this time.
Thanks for the help, everyone. It really means a lot.
All right, let's see what we have here. Huh? The armor of a furnace shell mountain weasel? Don't tell me you went into the volcano.
No, that's another time.
No, it erupted out of nowhere, and then the weasel appeared, and then, well, anyway, we got this in the end.
Either way, this is something special. Back when I was training to be a chef, I studied the effect of temperature on different ingredients. This kind of armor produces intense localized heat. It's great for fish because you can get a nice sear on one side without overcooking the other. Anyway, let's get started. The mushrooms are all ready to go.
All right, let's go.
We
Whoa,
reproduce the
fragrance
sun.
is so much more intense. And what's with this weird mist?
Oh no, spores!
Wait, no, something's not right.
Mushroom loading screen. First time for everything. Yeah, it is a loading screen. What are we loading there? Mushroom World.
Where are we? Where did everyone go?
I have no idea. We just showed up here. I can't see the others anymore.
Huh? Is something wrong?
That's a cuddle. Chief, we don't know where we are.
What? I know it's hard to see through this mist, but aren't you here at the tribe with the rest of us?
So you didn't feel anything strange?
No. What are you feeling?
This must be the Sage Lord's trick. It's only affecting the three of us. But why us and not the others?
Because you are the only worthy devotees, of course.
Evil jerk of a mushroom, so this is what you look like.
That's one angry mushroom.
He does look a bit more evil than the other mushrooms we met.
I am no longer concerned with your insolence. On the contrary, I am satisfied with your performance. So, as promised, you shall have the answers you seek.
It does a little silly dance.
Of course, I have a goal of my own. Let me reiterate once more. The great sage lord of fungi, that would be me, is extending you the honor of becoming my subjects.
The only way anyone's serving you is on a platter.
Now, don't be hasty. It's inadvisable to speak in absolutes. You refuse only because you have yet to witness my miracles. Cherish this opportunity. It may not come again. As you know, Tivat is not a peaceful place. The gods wage war against one another. Monsters roam the land. Humans live in squalor. But then, humanity discovered me, and learned that I could grant them unlimited power to fell even the most fearsome of enemies.
If we want to become strong, we just have to eat this. Woohoo!
Those monsters are no match for me!
And so, the humans worshipped me as their savior. And in return, I revealed my identity as the Sage Lord of Fungi.
So it's just a growth medicine.
You really expect us to believe that? Besides, as far as enemies go, a few puny fungi aren't that fearsome.
Such arrogance! Take that back and apologize before I lose my temper.
You wish!
I mean, those monsters really don't look that scary. Not the kind you'd need a miracle to defeat, anyway.
You insignificant mortals boast of strength? Very well. Then prove it!
Big shroom. Oh, Navia is almost dead. We still have Trial Varesa.
Billowing surge!
Kapow! Charge! Boof! Zip! Hi! Yeah!
Well fought! You see? You ate a fair amount of my clones, and now look what you can do. Huh. My eye for subjects is as discerning as ever.
Huh. Weren't we insignificant mortals just a second ago? Weird.
I'll admit, you're not entirely useless, but my miracles are even greater than you can imagine.
No, don't just... another cryptic one-liner and another disappearing act? It's gotta be a mushroom thing at this point. Well, what should we do? Follow him?
Do we have any other choice?
Yeah, let's go. I think he's trying to tell us a story, although I'm not sure if I like the plot.
I soon became humanity's faith, and, with my power, created countless clones, with which I could bestow upon them an endless source of sustenance. Food is a scarce resource. A faith that provides for the needs of the flesh is the most practical and noble of all. And as my subjects gave themselves in service, either as civilians or warriors, I rewarded them with mushrooms in proportion to their contribution. The most exceptional among them could receive as many as 20 mushrooms a day.
That's it?
What are you insinuating? Are mushrooms not enough?
Well, it's possible people couldn't afford to be picky back then.
Yeah, but now even Saurians have more options than that.
Sustenance and strength. Such are the pillars of faith. So what do you think? A pretty enticing offer, wouldn't you agree? Once you become my subjects, all you have to do is build a civilization dedicated to the mushrooms. And then...
Hold on, I want to know what happened next.
What do you mean, what happened next?
Right. If the humans dedicated themselves in service to you, then shouldn't you have your own tribe at this point? Or even your own nation? But I've read a lot of woven scrolls about the heroes of Natlan, and I've never come across anything about some kind of mushroom savior.
Of course not. I was in a different nation at the time. I don't suppose you know their history, too.
We've been to Sumeru.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything about a mushroom civilization.
I never said it was Sumeru. I have no idea where that assumption is coming from.
Because fungi are creatures from Sumeru. The buildings from your visions support that too.
A trivial detail. You know what? You don't deserve to know what happened next.
Then you don't deserve our faith either.
Yeah, if you want us to respect you, stop being so secretive.
True. If we don't know how the story ends, it doesn't hold much weight now, does it?
Alright, fine. Same rules as before. If you want the truth, you'll have to use your wits to earn it. If you fail to prove your worth, good luck getting another detail out of me.
He ran off. Come on, after him.
Oh. Uh-huh. Right.
could jump down from here. So it looks like we just need to...
Hold on.
Is something wrong, Traveler?
There's something off about his motive.
Off? How?
He's a mushroom.
That's how I feel too. Based on his personality, if he won't tell us how things turned out in the end, it must be because it's not something he can brag about. Besides, how did he even get from Sumeru to Natlan? Seems like he's avoiding that subject too. And through it all, he still hasn't given up on recruiting us. Even though he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, he seemed pretty annoyed with our questions. Why not just kick us to the curb?
He must be in dire need of subjects, and it has to be the three of us.
But why?
Let's go after him, and keep an eye out for clues along the way.
Alright, sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Into the well we go. Into another mushroom cutscene, mushroom loading screen we go. Oh, we are in 2D now.
Catch me if you can. If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Absolutely insufferable.
Rip.
Come on, let's find...
That's not how I expected things to go.
Running late again. Kapow!
Doing this perfectly, you know? Come on, jump me.
Hurry up, Brassa! Leave this to me. I'll clear a path for you. I think we can get these mushrooms to form a path. We just need to wait for the right timing.
Timing almost unrighted itself.
Get a load of this.
Watch out, Marissa!
Don't worry about me. I've got this.
Oh yeah, we can run on water. I forgot.
A dead end?
Jump up. Let it give us a ride.
Good thing you didn't let me jump off before it was there.
All right, this should be good. Get ready and jump!
Backed into a corner, huh?
We've got you this time!
Ow! Well, that hurt, you know. You humans have such violent tendencies.
How did we lose him?
It knows how to use dig.
Not again. Although, I think I pulled something off of him.
Spores.
A ball of mist. Oh no, it's spreading. Ah, they're gonna eat us.
Gonna eat us!
Eat us.
Ungrateful humans! Oh, at this rate, I won't have any clones left. The more my clones are consumed, the less power I have. Oh, the situation grows dire. Why must the humans eat so much? My power is all but spent, but it was still enough to control a single human at least. Now all of Sumeru knows how scrumptious my mushrooms are, so if I want to grow, I must relocate. And if I want it to happen fast, I need suitable environmental conditions.
Ah, and that's the Sumeru scholar that told them to immediately eat the green ones, huh?
You! Take me somewhere hot. The hotter the better.
Yes, my lord.
Is this the place, human?
Yes. This is a volcano in a land far to the west. The temperatures here get very high. It should be a most suitable location for your lordship to regain his strength. I shall now find a good place to plant you, my lord, so that your mycelial majesty may take root in this fertile land.
Yes, proceed. Huh? An earthquake? No, a volcanic eruption!
Ah.
So that's how it ended. No wonder you tried to hide it from us. It's pretty embarrassing.
I thought he said people formed communities around this mushroom and used it as their main source of food.
Yeah, but it looks like his following got too big and he couldn't keep up with the demand.
Huh. He used the mushrooms as his main recruitment tactic. But then the situation got out of control.
And it seems like his power is proportional to the number of clones he has.
Which means the more mushrooms the humans ate, the less powerful he became, right?
Wow. So his following didn't last long.
Nope, which explains why there aren't any records about some kind of mushroom civilization. In the end, he mind-controlled a human to bring him to Natlan and then got buried under a pile of volcanic rocks.
Yeah, for who knows how long. When we were talking to him earlier, he seemed kind of, out of touch, you know?
Well, he has been living under a rock, so that checks out. But clearing out this area for your orchard finally allowed him to start regaining his power.
Yeah, that sounds right. My parents always thought it was so weird that mushrooms kept popping up around the orchard no matter what we did. Now it makes sense. Wait, but if everything we saw is true, that means this mushroom has mind control powers or something? That's a recipe for disaster.
Hold on. Do you remember what he showed us? A group of humans worshipping a giant mushroom. It just doesn't make sense. They must have been mind-controlled. But when he started running out of power, he couldn't keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't seem to be able to control us either.
I understand now. But why has it to be us?
Oh? Why?
I'll explain on the way. I need to catch him to confirm my theory.
All right. Then let's find this mushroom.
That worked perfectly. I'm pretty sure. Looked perfect.
Oh, the environment changed again. Nothing can faze Paimon at this point.
Let's keep looking. He can't hide forever.
Especially if there are statues of him all over the place.
Clear the area! Allow me! Attack!
Headbutt! Look out below! Smash down!
So you made it this far. Impressive. In that case...
He hid himself in and the statue. What should we do? Actually, that checks out. We're just gonna smash it, right? Cool.
Hurry up, Brassa! Kapow!
Hold the line.
What? Why me? Hi!
We've got you this time, nasty mushroom. We know all your schemes.
Maybe try hiding them a bit better next time.
We thought you were just a mushroom that happened to taste good. But now we know how dangerous you are, so we have to stop you.
It would seem you're not completely devoid of intelligence. Fitting for my future subjects. Still, you're overlooking a very important detail. Did you think I was running away because I was scared? Well, this is a world of my creation. My will rules supreme. My schemes have been exposed, you say. No matter. My goal has already been achieved.
What?
Although I prefer to call myself the Sage Lord of Fungi, in the human tongue, I am known by another name. You now behold the god Bifrons, the sole protagonist in this endless carnage!
You are God.
Indeed, foolish, shallow, and ungrateful humans! Have you forgotten your savior during this time of war? I am the god who's protecting countless of your kind during this Archon War. You have no food in which to satiate your hunger, no means with which to counter the hordes of monsters, and the gods loom overhead, capable of reducing you to ashes with a simple snap of their fingers.
Somehow I am not intimidated.
Just one word, and you could have had my protection. But now, that opportunity is lost forever, and you only have your own stupidity and arrogance to blame. No matter, my plan has already succeeded. What you saw when you cooked the mushrooms was not mist, but spores, set to sprout into green mushrooms very soon.
I mean, that was obvious to me.
And that's where their true power lies. Because, given a bit of time to grow, green mushrooms will multiply exponentially. You see, considering my current level of power, I had no way to create large number of clones. Unless, of course, I had access to a source of extreme heat. And you delivered one to me on a silver platter. That was my plan all along.
So, you kept running away from us because you needed to buy time?
Precisely. Before long, the green mushrooms will multiply at an unstoppable rate, allowing me to return to the peak of my power. Then, I shall reclaim my dignity and status as a god, achieve victory in the Archon War, and take revenge on Sumeru.
News update. Archon War kinda over.
You have no concept of time, do you? Newsflash, the Archon War is old news, buddy.
Nonsense! Is that not the source of your suffering? All I hear in this land is war this and war that. If you fear the Archon War, all the more reason to cower behind the protection of a god.
Pretty sure they're talking about the war against the Abyss.
Which also is over.
Huh?
The Archon War? I guess I've heard about that once or twice, but only from Outlanders.
Ha! I see what's going on here. You're using lies and trickery to befuddle me. You know, my original plan was to imprison you here until the end of time. But now, I have a better idea. Once nothing is left of this land but an endless field of mushrooms, I'll set you free. You get the honor of witnessing that despair in person. Now, was going to offer you a glimmer of hope by allowing you to pledge yourselves to me and take on the burden of managing my kingdom. But now, the deal is off.
It was an empty deal from the start.
What did you say?
You weren't chosen because you saw something in us. We were your only option.
The Traveler explained everything. The only reason I could hear you is because I've eaten so many mushrooms over the years.
Yeah, and Paimon ate a whole bunch during the competition. Paimon's small, so it didn't take as many mushrooms for her to be affected.
And I happen to have a special constitution, which made it easy to hear your voice.
Point being, most people would have to eat a monstrous amount of mushrooms to even hear you over the buzz of a mosquito. So you latched onto us as a group of people who could actually hear your voice. In other words...
You are too weak.
You said your mushrooms need time to grow, which means you don't have enough power to keep us here.
I may not have my former strength, but keeping a few humans right where I want them is a small task. Unless you think you can take on a creature as vicious and powerful as the Jade-Plume Terrashroom.
Oh no, what will I ever do?
Because you definitely can't. Right?
Forget about him.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, if he was telling the truth, we need to get back to the tribe as soon as possible.
Oh, no! You must be bluffing! A few measly humans couldn't possibly be that powerful! And what's this about a war against the Abyss? Hey, I want answers!
You're not even gonna make us fight the thing.
Paimon's not gonna waste one more word on this guy. Let's go!
Mushroom denied.
What should we do?
Worried? Ha ha ha! Don't be! It's just a few mushrooms. Atoli! Get ready to feast!
It's your time to shine, Varessa.
More, please!
She became full anime.
Guess it's time to dig in!
Stop this at once! Huh?
What a great meal! Thanks, everyone. I feel like a whole new me.
Also, we found a voice actor that is still not back. Main character.
And with that, we took care of all the green mushrooms. Now, care to tell me what happened earlier? It was lights out for all three of you.
So, about all that.
Someone planted a god in Varessa's orchard, and she's been eating it ever since.
Yeah, we know not every god that's still around is super strong, but this one reached a whole new low.
I can't imagine the bar getting any lower than that.
Also, didn't he have his facts all wrong? He kept going on about some kind of Archon war.
Ah, well, Natlan was never part of the Archon War, so it rarely comes up around these parts. It makes sense that you don't know much about it, Veressa.
Whoa, hold on. Are you serious?
Of course. The infighting between the dragons pretty much took over everything. So, there was no room for the gods to join in.
Makes sense.
Yep, that checks out. Living under a rock all those years, Mushroom God wakes up, thinking it's still the Archon War, and tries to use that to convince people to worship him.
Little did he know, our lives are much better now than in the Age of the Dragons.
So what do we do now? It can't be easy to slay a god.
I guess it's back to business as usual. As long as we keep picking the green mushrooms, that god is just a tasty mushroom at the end of the day. Actually, Traveler? Can I borrow you for a minute?
Sure thing.
Alright, here's good. So, it's not anything super important. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your encouragement gave me the courage to investigate the green mushrooms and helped me resolve a threat to my tribe.
I mean, you just kept eating them normally. Nothing of this would have ever happened, probably.
And maybe this sounds weird considering everything, but it was a really awesome adventure. I had fun.
Me too. It's an adventure I'll remember for a long time, for how silly it was compared to even most others.
Oh, why's that?
You got the chance to shine as a hero, and it was all you, through and through.
You're right. I never thought my appetite would save the day. It's pretty surreal. But it's like you said. All it takes is a little patience and perseverance, and my time will come. If I start to doubt myself in the future, all I need to do is think of this experience and everything I've learned along the way.
Yep, you got this.
Hey, you two! Akata was saying that since a scholar from Sumeru warned the tribe about the mushrooms, someone there must know about the mushroom god. Should we go check it out? Couldn't hurt to get more information.
Haven't been there in a bit.
Oh, good point. But if we're heading to the academia, I need to get permission from Uncle Akatl first.
Oh, you're coming along.
Right. And it's not a quick trip. We have to cross the whole desert.
Or, you know, just teleport. Why don't we just ask the Adventurers Guild? Who knows? Maybe there's a Sumeru scholar in Natlan right now.
Good idea. Let's check it out.
Hey, Catherine, how are things?
Oh, Catherine's back! And isn't that Tainari?
Well, well, what a coincidence.
Word from the speaker's chamber was that an Amurta scholar happened to be conducting research in the area. So they helped me to get in touch.
It's been a while, you two. So you are the ones looking into the Sage Lord of Fungi. Yeah, we are also looking into the mystery of missing voices. Guess nobody expected you to be needed.
Yep, you're an expert, so you must know all about him, right?
Of course. To those in the Amurta Darsham, his case is a well-known part of ecological history. His power is tied to his number of clones, so at one point he possessed a truly fearsome form, but as his clones diminished in number, he got smaller and smaller, until he couldn't hold on to physical form at all. And so, he became impossible to track. Scholars could only keep tabs on him by monitoring what remains of his clones. Now I'm learning his true form fled to Natlan.
Yeah, the mushrooms started popping up in our orchard not too long ago.
Well, from what I've heard, he has very few clones right now, so there's nothing to worry about. Feel free to use the mushrooms as you see fit. They really are delicious. Of course, in the interest of research, I would prefer to send a few scholars from my darshan to monitor the situation every so often. What do you say? I wanted to get your permission before submitting a formal request to the Speaker's Chamber.
Of course. You're welcome anytime. That's a huge help, actually. I wanted to ask, though, you said what remains of his clones? Does that mean there are clones outside of Natlan? Even now?
Oh yes, there's a huge one beneath the chasm.
Samaran?
Oh, the huge mushroom we saw ages ago.
You know that name?
Yeah, Paimon calls it Sheesh Room. It's absolutely huge! Way more impressive than the puny Sage Lord.
That's a long time ago. It took a long time for Samaran to grow into this form. Luckily, Samaran isn't a green cap mushroom, so there's no danger to us. And I believe its mind has been separated from the mushroom god for a very long time. I doubt there's a connection between them anymore.
We should go see Samaran one of these days.
Ooh, I'll come. It'll be nice to interact with a friendly mushroom for once.
Friendlies, right? This one is definitely not for eating.
I would never.
And that's all the fungal we can have. Oh, so much fungal things. Do I know where Samaran is in the chasm? Anyways, we completed this. The Mushroom Realm Mystery. And we also get more reputation rewards for completing that. A little bit. Is there any... I want to know if Samaran has anything to say about this, but... It's been so long, I'm not sure how easily I can find it. Wait. Samaran. Like, the chasm is huge. Is this... It might be this. Suddenly mushrooms around. Yeah, I think that's correct.
Hurry up, Brassa! What?
There's some similarity, I guess. Oh yeah, okay. About the Sage Lord of Fungi. You speak a name, shrouded in the mists of the past, wise one. It was our progenitor, abounding in might, yet more bereft of wisdom than even the four-legged. In your two-legged speech, Samaran would call it my foolish father. Well, at least that rating's easy to understand. We have had no business with one another for many long years. Indeed, I have almost forgotten this name, and cannot tell any further interesting tales concerning it. Your visit, however, sparks such interest. Well then, how does it fare? Worse than you for sure. And that is well. Good talk, Samaran. Ignorance might be a blessing, and knowledge might bring forth calamity. Only that which graced with the ambrosia of knowledge can flourish into the strong. Only that which has been tested with desolation of wandering can brave the wilderness. Well, I'm glad we came by to check whether there was anything here. The next on the list is going inside the volcano. I don't really want to spend a lot more time today. But I guess we can take a peek and see how things continue in there. The volcano's huge. Wait, won't it be full of liquid phlogiston? Rawr! Don't worry about it. When we get there, Paimon can carry you. But you've been eating a lot lately. Rawr, rawr. Hey, Paimon didn't mean it in a bad way. Path to the Flaming Peaks. O chosen of dragons, ascend to the circle's highest pinnacle, then hurl yourself down. Rawr. What's wrong? Did you see a bunch of strange words again? The words feel clearer now. It feels like we're getting closer. Oh, you mean it's because we're getting closer to the volcano? Rawr. It's almost as if the person who's been talking to you all this time is in that mountain. Anyway, since those things are showing up as we are getting closer to the volcano, that's gotta mean we are on the right track. Rawr! Oh yeah, those things, you say. Oh, let me undo that. Okay, before we do anything here, let me get my teleport point. Floating rock, skyfire circlet. And what happens if we don't go where we are supposed to go? I mean, we could go down there and fight for a chest. That doesn't sound particularly interesting. Oh, you want me to bird, is what you do. Dying in the cutscene.
And losing.
Coming at ya! Ha-ha!
Did I activate the other one? Hope I didn't need... Wow, really? Okay, good. I unstuck. I got a little worried there. Okay, these are both green. And the bird continues flying. Okay, green checkmark means completed. So we did everything with the first one that needed to be done. Oh good, now it's raining fire. Another teleport point. Automatically activated. Phew, we finally made it. Paimon didn't think it'd be so high up, but at least it's not as cold as Paimon thought it would be. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Uh-huh. Says the meaty guy with the thick skin. That's gotta be the volcano's mouth, right? What a view. When we asked for directions earlier, weren't we told that there's a ton of gaseous phlogiston in the volcano's mouth? I mean, you can't see it. Looks like we need to find a way down. Jump! Speaking of which, what's that? It looks like some kind of strange statue. Oh, this thing over there, you mean? Oh, could this statue be the one that Kimosi said a Kukusaur stole? Rawr! It stole it again! Huh? Was that a Kukusaur? So Kukusaurs really do bring the stolen statues here. Wait, did it just grab that statue and jump straight into the crater? I expected it to push us in. Oh wait, that's right. We can find a way to pass through the gaseous phlogiston, just like that Kukusaur did. But kinda high up, aren't we? Don't worry, Paimon. I'll carry you. As long as you grab me just as we land. Not gonna happen. Never mind the strength problem. Think about how hard the timing would be. Rawr! And you too, stop roaring along with this craziness. You know what? Now you two have gone and killed all the tension. And it's just not that we are high up. Don't forget about the gaseous phlogiston. Anyway, let's make sure we're all set before we go. Leap into the crater. Just leap into the crater, huh? Sounds smart. Oh, we are burning up just standing here.
Rest and rebuild.
Well, let's leap in bird form at least. Oh, so now you are scared. Should I follow them? Or just go down right the middle? Volcano loading screen. Path to the Flaming Peaks. Complete. O chosen of dragons. Traverse the Eternal City, venture into the heart of the Sacred Mountain. Banish the great enemy cloaked in shadow, ignite the frigid embers. How's everyone? Still okay? Roar. Is your head okay? After all, you did fall from really high up. You're not hurt, are you? Rawr! You seem fine. What about you, Li Huan? Are you okay? Well, I certainly look like I'm in one piece. In one piece? Are you serious? Ah, Paimon's just glad you're not hurt. Still, who'd have thought there'd be such a huge space underneath this volcano? It's super dark here though. Time for you to shine, Paimon. Give us some light. Oh, no problem. Let Paimon just go ahead and... As if! Paimon's no glow-in-the-dark pixie. There's nothing here to work with. Fire's the only way we are getting any light. Let's just explore the area a bit first, okay? Rawr! Well, we've entered darkness. And we know a teleport point is over there. Oh, this is a huge area. And I think as soon as we get that teleport, we... What's up, Crab? Did you find something? Rawr! Rawr? Oh, activate. Ah, it's glowing. Is that a pathway? Rawr! And let's follow the light and see what's ahead. Like, we were just in the chasm. This feels like... the chasm slash Enkanomia slash... yeah. This is the underground area of Natlan. I think this deserves its own episode.
Watch out! Yeah! Kapow! Hit! Charge! Oof! Kapow! Charge! Attack! Allow me! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Yeah! Heads up! Hero incoming! Yeah! Watch out! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Oof! Coming at ya! Cha! Coming at ya!
I guess we're just following the light. The frozen, rekindling land. Talk to the mechanism. Oh, the thing that the bird stole. Crab, what's up? Found something. Rawr! This is the statue that Kukuso had. So it dropped down here as well. You know, it kind of looks like you, Crab, but with big ears and rolled into a ball. Rawr? Really? You don't think so? Paimon sure does. Whoa, it's moving. Have a new friend. Self-diagnostic in progress. Moderate dust accumulation in joints. Storage medium activated. Speech remote extraction. Override permitted. Personality module correction. Rawr. Huh. So this was some kind of mechanism, not a statue. Well, it does look like those source mechanisms. And that strange thing floating around it feels like we've seen that before somewhere. Why has it stopped moving? Rawr! Ah! Ah, it seems my voice module works. Well then, honored guests, I have awaited you for a long... Sorry, is something the matter? Did you have to suddenly make that loud noise? You scared Paimon to death. Did I? Then that as well. A dynamic entrance is the only way to leave a lasting impression. Otherwise, I'd worry that you might feel I was neglecting you. Sorry, who are you again? Who am I, you say? Well, this body's name is a Hecatl. A Hecatl. And you may so call it. But such things as names hold little meaning here. Individual designation modification request. Via records, 150 years after the war, designation changed to one from a list of the fallen, a Hecatl. Yes, indeed. Since then, this body has been named a Hecatl. Rawr! That said, we are not yet in a hurry. Let a Hecatl clear away at least some smidgen of the darkness that lies before you. I know you must have your doubts, but please follow me for now. Where's this wind coming from? Let's go until the next teleport point. I should explain that this place was not always so dark, even though it is undoubtedly the inside of a volcano. However, after the war was over, the entire city was destroyed. After that, such a huge mechanical construct could hardly continue to function. War? Yes, the war between the remaining Dragonborn and the humans. The war in which the original Master of Flame was killed. The Master of this place is long since dead, and naught else but the Dark City ekes out survival. Though who can really say? Perhaps the city too has already ceased to live. Or perhaps so many things that once existed were nothing more than illusions. Rawr. We each stand to benefit, little one. You get what you came for, and I hope to borrow your power to solve a few problems of my own. And so you must reach the heart of the sacred mountain. But alas, the mountain's power was cut off during the war. Is this a mechanical mountain? A mechanical volcano? And for all that, the seal's power is like weak threads that could only entrap a whelp. The oath dictates that only a human may activate them. In an interesting twist, the poor child who used this method to infiltrate the sacred mountain was, in the end, brought to ruin by someone else using nigh identical means. Such has it ever been, just as the followers of a tyrant are driven out by heroes, and after many years of wandering, their descendants end tyranny in some other realm. The world and its affairs are akin to a stage play. Cause and effect, revenge and revolt, all scenes repeat themselves, one after the other, across ragged eons. But I am getting off topic. Well then, activate it, and let this moribund capital writhe a little while longer. None but you is worthy to do this deed now. What could possibly go wrong when we activate the city? created the sun again. And then there was light. This is inside a volcano, right? Somehow. Have I officially given you its name, by the by? I believe I have not. No matter. Welcome to the first sacred city, land of primal flame, Tolan. Dragon! Hey, we rode that dragon already today. Well, Paimon was not expecting the volcano to look like this on the inside. There's a sky inside. Although the sky is cracking, so it is artificial, huh? Is that really where we are? Or did we get yoinked to a different spot when we went through the volcano's mouth? Oh, this is undoubtedly the Sacred Mountain's interior. But even I know not how long it has been since I saw such a sight. Ah, only when the light shone upon you once more did I see that you had molded so. Hehe, Cattle. Rawr. Ah, my apologies. Mere brief indulgence in unnecessary sentimentality. Energy reserves low. Hibernation imminent. Please replace or connect. Energy storage medium. Haha. It seems like dear Ehekattl's long exile has left it with little time. Wait, what do you mean? Is Ehekatl gonna die? The one you name Ehekatl has long ceased to be amongst the living. To be brief, Tolan requires a great amount of energy to be restarted, and no waste can be permitted. You must destroy the seal on one of the other two astral assemblages. Tsitsimime, and the other. Only then can you truly activate the celestial axis in the center. You alright over there? I am fine. We will meet again. Ah, onward then, chosen of dragons. Alas, the pain of a body losing its vitality. I am not used to it, even after all these years. Rawr. No animation for shutting off. The light around the Ehekattl's gone. It's not moving anymore either. I was still kinda confused. Was that really Ehekatl talking, or was it someone else speaking through it? I'm sure we'll find out. Let's continue on for now. I mean, the light around it was the same as the voice we heard a few times already. That called us Descendant of Dragons or whatever. True. Still, about the astral assemblages he mentioned just now. Does he mean something like that big fireball from earlier? And what's this celestial axis thing? I don't have any idea what that is. Oh well, let's take a look around and see if we can find those strange things he mentioned. Rawr! Chronicler of the Crumbling City. Rendezvous with Ruin. Let's just bring it along with us for now. Oh, the statue. Pick up. That which once was Ehekatl, a small-scale secret source automaton. Now that it has lost all power, all that is left are echoes in an empty shell. It shows clear signs of careful maintenance, which afforded it brief function once reactivated. even after being lost in the outside world for so long. Shut it off again.
Are these edible?
Grain fruit puffer? Maybe. Maybe edible. Well, there's only one exit. Ember core flowers. Oh, there is the teleport coming up. And that will be the end. The next story bit is beyond that. And if you ever need ember core flowers, this is where they are. Yeah, those are definitely cracks in the fake sky. They are not subtle about it. But that, and the exploration of this weird area we have just stepped into, that's for next time. Is that island real? No. That's also part of the fake background, I guess. Well, thanks for watching. What a weird episode this was. I'm glad you're not attacking.
There's a lot that goes into managing an orchard. Watering, weeding, fertilizing the soil, making sure the temperature is right. But most important, you have to keep the fruit in a good mood.
Goodbye.